Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the update. Now, I wish I could tell you that the moment it dropped, everything was fine. I hyped, I screamed, I was ready. No, the update happened about 2 hours ago, and I've been on this screen ever since. This screen has been a download, which has been going at less than 1% per every so long, because there's a lot of traffic right now. So we're at 93% right now, and I will see you in the game, and let's do it. It is time! All right, so we loaded in. Login benefit. I'm gonna turn first thing I see a Tsukiyama on the bottom of the screen that says fame. What's up with him? Why does he have a gallery? Okay, but I know exactly what everyone else cares about, and here's the issue. I know this video is going to take forever, because Envy made a half-an-hour video on this, and I haven't seen anything yet, but I have a feeling this is about to be wonderful. So I'm going to open up the Hero tab, and let's get to it! Oh. 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 Holy shit! Oh fuck! Kaneki Hafukuja! Oh. Oh my god. Okay. So in the update notes, it said here, I'm gonna say exactly what the Facebook post here. I'm just gonna put it on screen. The Facebook post said, added some new CCG and Ghoul heroes, added a gem system, real-time PvP, real-time PvE, fame. By the way, real-time PvE sounds great. Optimize, fix. You know all that. But the new CCG hero was only one of them, and it was Shinohara Arata, which I imagine is going to link with Kuroiwa. Here's what we're going to do. So we're going to go through this entire list one by one. We're going to go from Shinohara all the way across to Hafukuja Kaneki. And we're going to see these one by one and see what they have to offer. There's probably a lot more to unpack inside this than these characters. I'm not sure how long this is going to take. Likely, this video could be only this. We'll see. Shinohara Arata. He looks goofy. He looks really, really goofy. His portrait's kind of cool. His hair looks really weird to me, personally. And his shoulder pads look very strange when he's not flexing outwards. I'm still down for it, though. Oh, okay. So he has bonds with Kuzen, Enemy, CCG Elite, which is Hoji and Marude. So I need to level up Hoji, by the way. And Kuroiwa Arata. I figured for that one because that just kind of makes sense to me. I do notice, though, all of his links are life increases. And he is an MT character. No. Support. Support? MT. Okay, yeah. So he's the only MT character to come... What? Ew. Ew. You gave us 4 DPS heroes? We already have like 17. I mean, sure, I guess. Here, let's see what he has to offer. So his first is Raging Impact. Deal damage to enemies in a straight line, reducing their attack speed by 30% for 3 seconds. Put that in conjunction with a Kuzen passive, which negates, every time you hit Kuzen, you lose attack speed. That could be really good together. Whirlwind attack, spin as King K, quickly attack enemies several times, dealing damage to enemies within range within range each time. That's not much. Huh. Shocking Roar. Howl and deal damage. Like Simba? Okay. Howl and deal damage to enemies in range. I don't know why, for some reason, this random human man yelling has the power to scare people. Actually, I know the title screen. I know exactly why his scream has the power to, like, scare people. It's great. Create a shield that can block skill damage once, immune to skill damage for 5 seconds. Huh. Here's the issue. Skill damage It says once. Once is a very key word. Noro, his main damage dealing skill, his first, hits twice. Typically, if you get hit by the first one, you can negate that one with this, I suppose. But then the second one will hit you anyway. So I don't see that being all that helpful. Also, Cowboy Jr. just got a hero. That's cool. I know that they watch these, I believe. That's a thing. But yeah, so I don't see that being too helpful unless we have characters that most of their attacks are one giant hit. If we have, like, Hakuja Kaneki has just one big nuke attack, then I could see that being a really good addition. And his passive is Rapid Spin. Glad to see he's a Squirtle. Each attack has a chance to stun target. Each enemy hero can only be stunned once in 5 seconds. If enemy hero has a passive aura effect, then increase target stun chance by 30%. So all of his attacks have a chance percentage to stun, and if the enemies on their side of the field have a Hinami, which gives a passive to their entire team, have a Noro, which gives a passive to their entire team and stuff like that, it increases their chance of being stunned by 30%, and it starts out with 12%, meaning that you get to 42% immediately if you're fighting a Noro. That's really strong, actually. And if you can get an attack off immediately, for example, even just the Roar, like that could do really well for just getting the Noro out of the way and done with. He's actually quite good. The issue I see with him so far is that he does have the single block, but he doesn't really have that hard carry skill. Arima Ixa has his third, where he creates a shield on both of the teammates. Kuroiwa Iwao has his third, which he splits the damage between all your teammates equally. This guy's just kind of an all-rounder, where his passive is the thing that's going to carry him. I don't know if this passive right here is going to apply to other characters. Probably not, though, because it has his own portrait, and also it seems like it could be only for him. We'll see once he's released, but I'm curious. No skill upgrade at 5-star. Don't know if I like that. His 1-star, he already comes at 3-star, so that's fine. 5-star gives 20% life and gives all your teammates damage reduction shield. You know, I feel like they may have forgotten to put a skill upgrade thing here, because just saying gives all your teammates a damage reduction shield isn't many details. And when I see that, I assume, hey, you can get an instant, like, flat damage decrease on all your characters. That's really weird. Either way, I do think he looks really cool. I do like his art a lot. I definitely do think that he's going to be a good force as long as we have characters that only do one-hit attacks. So we'll see how that goes. Here, I want to check out. Okay, so there's no limited time draw right now, and there's a compensation for the update with 300. I'm about to say something weird. I was about to say something weird that didn't actually apply to it. Coffee is what they gave. So that's 400 extra. Holy shit, dude. That's a lot of gems to use. I will take that. But yeah, so let's go back down. We're going to go ahead and cover the Ayato now. Okay, so first of all, there was a leak that was posted by MMO Hut yesterday, and it showed his character model. I think that his poncho looks kind of dumb. I think that the open sides thing doesn't really work. Also, the fact that his Kagune is coming through the coat with no rip in the coat on the back is really weird to me. Unless there's exact slots where his wings are small when they first come out, then they open up, this Kagune makes no sense. However, I am quite down for it, and honestly, he does look really cool. 2D art. He's crouching a little bit. He's ready to go. I like it. I'll take it. Hopefully someone can day mine this one sometime soon so I can get my hands on it. God knows he's going to be a fun one to play with. So we have sister and brother with the Toka rabbit, but this time the other Ayato had the R Toka. This one has the rabbit, which is the SR version. Naki and Kaneki, I knew that bond, and he bonds with Shinohara Arata. Makes sense because of the Coakley thing. I remember that very sad punch that Ayato threw, and then he like fell down. And then Shinohara had to fight like half Kuja Kaneki and got destroyed. But you know, I'm totally down for that. Okay, so what do you do? What is your actual purpose? So he is a DPS character, but his bonds have changed. 30% life then 2 20% attack increases, meaning he'll survive for longer, but also he also gets a pretty solid increase to all of his attack. And the life actually does count for the other tiers as well. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so his first is called Bold Guardian. Rad name, by the way. I'm in. Deal damage to enemies in front and create a shield on himself, absorbing 10% of his attack. What? Deal damage in front and creates a shield for him. So he does damage forward, and I imagine 10% of his attack, so that would be 45? You would take 45 less damage. So you absorb a flat 10% of his attack. If you were to push his attack up really high, that could actually be a really good thing. He's kind of like a mix of an MT along with this. That's interesting. He could be really good for trying to avoid Nora one-shots as well. Okay, Smash Strike. Also, want to point out, in the top left, it says 420. Please. Smash Strike. Deal damage to enemies in front and reduce hit enemies' movement speed by 40% for 3 seconds. I don't know how helpful movement speed decreases are going to be unless we end up getting like a major increase or buff to those. Though, I do like the in front attack. It reminds me of Kaya Black Dog's second as well. And I'm down for it. The damage seems to be pretty alright. Roughly about the same damage for both of these skills. And his third is called Invoyability! That sounds rad! Repel nearby enemies and steal skill damage, reducing hit enemies' movement speed by 40% for 5 seconds. So basically, he's the no-escape man of the world. If you try and run away, you have no chance. Also, he's probably a ranged character as well. So I could only imagine that, like, you don't really have much of a chance. And when we get to game modes where you have to end up, like, strategically playing stuff, I could see him being really, really good. Particularly if I think of, like, training. He'd be really good because, like, then characters can't get away from you and can't really chase you if you're trying to run away because you're low on health. I'll take it. What does his passive do that makes him alright? Because I don't really see, like, a hard carry ability so far. Pierce Force. Normal attacks have an AoE effect, dealing normal attack damage based on a certain percentage. So, he's going to be actually, it seems like he's completely made for training mode. The training grounds, typically you run into a lot of minions, and normal attacks having an AoE effect with minions and having like an attack speed increase with Noro as well. I could see that being able to do really well and also like destroying entire waves very quickly. An issue I am seeing is that that doesn't synergize with any of his other attacks. If this were to give him movement speed decreases on his normal attacks, that'd be great. Or like buff that in some way, but I don't see that his passive affecting him all that much. He seems like he'll need someone else or another SSR to make him good. So we'll see. We'll definitely see how he's going to work. Next up is Wounded Kaneki. I just saw beside him. I didn't realize they had a normal Ken Kaneki. We got 3 Kanekis in this update. Why? That is okay. Oh, you look weird. Why are your toes like that? I do like that they had you could see a faint cut scar around his feet and his arms. That's cool. I'll take it. And that's the exact same portrait that we saw inside the teaser time, what, like 3 months ago? Oh, yeah, that's one word for it, Kaneki. I don't think that Rize should be your form of inspiration. I don't think that should be the case at all. Also, what's the stat button? Oh, cool. Thanks. That's helpful. And Teiku Staff, not surprised by that. Hinami and Toka, not too bad. And Defeat, and it's half Kujiamori. I had a feeling that was going to be the case, so I will take that. Huh. Not too bad. And he seems to be a DPS character mostly. Actually, before we continue, Ayato Mask, what do you upgrade? Your 5-star increases your attack by 10%, and when attacking Kirishima Mask, also the underscore mask is kind of weird, but that's alright, will recover HP equal to damage dealt. At 5-star, he gets a heal? At 5-star, he gets a heal on all of his attacks similar to Hinami's passive, but only for him. Does that stack with Hinami's passive? And does that affect other characters? I have a feeling it doesn't affect other characters, but that's Weird. I have a feeling you would want to upgrade Pierce Force more so. I don't feel like that's a very helpful thing. But sure, sure. Whew. Kaneki, your hair is so shaggy, by the way. It's kind of weird. Your first attack is Cursed Impale. There's going to be so much text to read, by the way. Deal damage to enemies in an area of effect and add a curse mark! We are Orochimaru up in here. I am down. Other damage caused by Kaneki Ragged. I like that better than Wounded Kaneki. I'm going to be honest with you. Kaneki Ragged sounds awesome. Will trigger curse marks, dealing 5% of the target's maximum HP. So what you're saying is he has an instant poison. One where you do your first, you can knock out like as much damage as you want to with that. You poison them, then when you hit again with a normal attack or another attack, it does an explosion and deals damage to them. Equal to 5%. Holy shit. Can you inflict more curse marks? 2. Armor break. Deal damage to enemies with an area of effect and reduce the defense of hit tank characters by 30% for 3 seconds. That is an anti-MT character. Wish we had more of those, but I guess he's going to be a counter to Arima? Arima Ixa? That's the only person I can see that's really going to get affected by that. And typically most of the tank characters that you run into have a shield on them. Or like have a shield in front of them, like Arima's Ixa second, like a second attack. I'm not sure about that. I don't know if that's too helpful considering our current meta, but we'll see. Deadly Strike. Attack enemies with an area of effect 8 times, dealing damage and restoring 5% HP every time an enemy hero is hit by a Kagune. Attack enemies with an area of effect 8 times. An 8-hit combo. 5% HP restored for every hit. Holy shit, dude. That is fantastic, actually. That's going to be really good for nuking, and also just, like, multiple waves of enemies are going to be so much easier to get through. It reminds me a lot of Gran Torino from Smash Tap, where you just do, like, multiple hits and dash forward. I'm down. I'm kind of down for that. What is your awakening power? Increase damage for the next attack if skill hits enemy. Increase normal attack damage by 50% if there's only one enemy within range. So he is made for the new PvP game mode. If he uses a skill, and there's only one enemy, he gets an instant 50% normal attack buff for the next attack. So I guess what you're going to want to do is Yes, actually. Probably first normal attack, second normal attack, third normal attack. That's gonna be such a weird like combination to do. The issue is like the curse mark is like the first thing you want to get off, and the armor break is the thing you want to get off before you hit the third. It's gonna be really interesting to try and find out what like he's gonna play like. And what is his 5-star? Cursed Impale adds cursed mark to all target enemies. Does it not usually? Oh, it only adds a curse mark to the first enemy hit. And that extends it to every enemy that's hit by it. Is it an area of effect then? I assumed it was like a single target thing similar to Shachi's first, where he does like a small jab and that's it. If it's an area of effect attack, then that could be a lot better. Especially at 5-star, I could see that being able to nuke entire enemies. That could do a flat 5% to each character with Deadly Strike as well. He's going to be good. Trust me when I say this. In PvP, he's going to be fantastic. The issue is he's still... I don't see him being better than Noro. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, so now we have Mask Kaneki. Okay. Oh, we have a bond with Arima Narukami. Interesting choice for that. I don't think that this Kaneki ever met Arima, but sure. We have Anteku staff with Yomo and Kaya Black Dog. Huh. And partner with Tsukiyama Gourmet. Unless this is the best character in this batch, Tsukiyama Gourmet is not going to be useful SSR, and he's actually one of the ones you should avoid. So we'll see. What's your 2D art? That's alright. Look like you're powering up and about to go into, like, a Dragon Ball Z style clash battle, but that works. Your first strong attack is Courage. Cool name, by the way. Thrust. Oh my god, there's so much text. Oh my god, there's so much text. Okay. Thrust all Kagunes forward to attack enemies in a front sector and add a cheer buff for all teammates for 7 seconds. This cheer buff can be stacked up to 3 times, increasing damage by 4% each time. Reduce the target speed by 80% for 4 seconds if a crit is triggered. Okay, so I don't know how many hits that's going to be. That's kind of an important thing, but if it hits 3 times, which it seems to imply it does, that is a straight 12% damage increase on all enemies, and the enemy's speed. I don't know what speed means. Is that movement speed or attack speed, or is it both? If it's both, that's fantastic. If a crit is triggered. Okay, so theoretically, if you're running a team with Hinami at 5-star, and she has guaranteed crits, and you had this character who does 3 hits with this attack, 12% straight damage increase, plus the enemies can't hit you because their movement speed and attack speed is down by 80%. Guaranteed because Hinami guarantees crits. That is terrifying. I don't know if it's going to apply that much. And he's a support character, so I don't know if you'll be running him and Hinami together. We'll see. We'll definitely see. Also, I didn't really go over the bonds. So it's life, attack, and attack. Standard. Same thing that the Ayato had. Life, attack, and attack. Same thing here as well. Okay. His second is called Assault. This skill can be triggered only when the caster has 3 layers of cheer buff. Thrust the Kagune forward to cause area damage and form a shield that increases HP by 20% for 6 seconds, consuming everyone's cheer buff. Huh. Holy shit, the damage on it! Okay, this one's damage, this attack's damage is 143%. This one can only be triggered when you have 3 cheer buffs, so that's 3 hits with this attack. It does 430% damage without being upgraded. That's actually insane. Plus, you get a flat 20% maximum HP increase. I don't know if it's going to heal you by the 20% automatically, or if you have to like heal up to that after. And it gets rid of everyone's cheer buff. If this first one's cooldown isn't too bad, you're probably going to be able to spam this plus this back and forth pretty often. It seems really good. And his third is Blood Impulse. Driven by Ghoul instincts. You already have me. You already have me. Attack a target continuously with a Kagune, making the target unable to receive any healing effects for 10 seconds. Huh. I don't know if we have any healing effects that matter so much that we need to have this instant get out of jail free card for that just yet, but it definitely is good for a counter later if they do introduce a really scary healer. Naturally, Hinami is good, but Hinami is only as good as the amount of damage that you take. So if you take no damage or you don't get one shot by the Noro, typically you can kill the Hinami and be fine. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. His passive is increase crit rate and add cheer buff when crit occurred. Oh! In that case, if you were to run Hinami and this Kaneki, would you not just stack cheer buffs forever? I mean, up to 3 times, obviously, but you could probably just spam Assault and everything and just keep on getting damage off. That is a unstoppable force. Huh. You're going to be really good. I don't know what your place in the meta is going to be so far. You're definitely really good. And your star up. This one actually has the thing down here. Okay. Let's check this. So it upgrades Blood Impulse 2, which is the second strong attack we have here, and gives it the effect making the target unable to receive healing effects for 10 seconds. Oh, no. What's the upgrade here? I don't see the upgrade. Reduce Blood Impulse's cooldown by 3 seconds, changing the healing prohibition effect to a poison healing effect, making enemies recovery deal damage to themselves. So what you are telling me right now is this man at 5-star has the ability to instantly basically kill a Noro if that Noro is paired with Hinami. Because any damage that Noro would be healing when he does damage to you is dealt as damage to him instead. So if he were to pop his 3rd, then his 1st, he'll do whatever damage he needs to do to you, but he'll also take all that damage back at him. If that can kill enemies, that is going to be probably the best passive in the entire game. Well, 5-star skill in the entire game. That is really scary, especially when the meta is so heavy on Hinami. I'm down. I am super down for you. I'll be getting you later. Next up on the docket, the buddy old pal, the good old amigo, Yoshimura Owl. Holy shit, you're actually really tall. What's your art like? You look marginally less buff. You know, your art doesn't include the Aogiri, like, cloak, so it kind of looks weird. Huh. He also has the claws still, so that's always good. His bonds are 30% life with Juzo SR, which isn't too bad. Antiku staff with Koma and Kaya Black Dog. That's gonna be a really hard bond to get up, actually. And teacher and friend with white-haired Kaneki. You seem to be giving a gross misestimation of what the priorities are here. This character seems pretty lackluster from what I've seen from the gameplay. And you're putting a bond on him that bonds with white-haired Kaneki, a new SSR. I'm unsure about that, but I do see that he has a life increase, then 2 attack increases again. He's probably going to be alright, and probably going to be decently tanky. I'm curious if he's going to be a mixed DPS support type character, because it definitely seems like it's going to be the case. So, let's get to it. His first is Group Fight. Dash towards enemy in an area, dealing damage to enemies 4 times. There's no bonus effect on that. That's not much. His second, deal damage to enemies in the front sector. That's not much. Dark Heart, deal damage to enemies within an area 6 times. When this skill is released, enemies will be drawn in front of the owl. So he has like a forward suck. Makes sense. And his passive is each enemy around Owl increases his damage and reduces his damage received percentage. This effect can be stacked up to 5 times. So you can get up to a 30... So if it stacks 5 times and it's 5% to start out with, that is a 25% decrease in damage received and 25% increase on damage dealt. That's not too bad. Also, if he had this passive inside the anime, I'm so sorry to that first Owl suppression thing. There were so many investigators around. He probably had a lot of stacks on that fight, but that's always cool. So you seem super lackluster. Do we get you from Ghoul Expulsion? Is that what this is? There's no way to get you right now. Okay. His 5-star upgrade is a stun enemies in range. It doesn't say what skill it gives that to. It also doesn't say any other effect here. He seems like he got completely shafted. We'll see once we actually get to use him and see what he can kind of do, but I have low expectations for Yoshimura Owl. And now, the time of... Look at him! Look at this man! Look. This man's about to... He's about to take 10... Oh, man. You are big. Wait. No voice clips, no cracking sound. No voice clips. No voice clips. No voice clips. Nope. And nope. They brought out 6 SSRs without voice clips? That's weird. I don't know if I like that. But what does this 2D art look like? That's alright. I'm not too sure about it, because it definitely does seem like his actual character size is off. Like, Kaneki looks way bigger inside this version than he does inside that version, despite him being, like, not even older, but, like, even though he's crouched, he seems to be still way shorter. I don't know. Maybe it should be my perspective on this. His bonds are with Dojima plus Ssr Amon for a life increase. Inspiration with Rize and Yamori. That's kind of fucked up. That's kind of messed up. Oh, you know who inspired him to become a cannibal? Yamori and Rize. Isn't that good? And defeat from Shachi. I had a feeling it was going to be that bond. Huh. So 2 attack increases and a life increase. I'm not sure about the split damage increases. I like the bonds that have a life and 2 attack. Feels like they aren't going to be able to deal with much damage as Noro. So I'm curious about that. But let's see what this goddamn legend is going to be offering us. God, he's so cool. I am noticing, though, like... It looks so creepy on the inside. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. His first is called Maltreat. Deal damage to enemies in a front rectangle area 6 times! For a first, that's ridiculous. Dealing 5% damage to 5% damage of the caster's attack each time. Crit can be triggered. Holy shit. So that's a flat 150% attack damage per hit, plus 5% of his normal attack, and that's 6 swings. So that could be an extra 5% of his attack each time, times 6. And if you had Hinami on your team, you get guaranteed crits and hit for even more each time. I don't know what the crit multiplier is just yet, but that is insane for a first strong attack. His second is called Spurt. Sure. Dash toward... He has a dash! He has a dash! Holy shit! I wanted it. Game Samba, you knew it! You were watching this shit! You knew me! You knew me! I see you! Dash towards target and push the enemies on the route to the front, dealing massive damage. So it's a dash that pulls everyone in front of you to just put them right in the area for just the prime picking. Holy shit. I was talking about how I wanted a dash really badly on DPS heroes and stuff like that. I talked about Ken Kaneki, Hafkakuja. He needed a dash. That's kind of what the game was missing. It's happening. It is really happening. And his third is deal massive damage with a power thrust in front in a rectangle area and stun support units for 3 seconds. Huh. So let me get this straight. Let me just reduce this a little bit. So he has a dash, which pulls them all in front of him. He has a first, which hits 6 times and does extra damage 5% per hit each time. And he can get crits with it. And he has a third, which instantly stuns support units. Do you know what support units are going to be a danger? We have Hinami, and we have the new Ssr Ken Kaneki mask. Support units are not going to have much use here after this man comes out. And his passive is Loser's Morale. That's very sad for him to have as a passive. Increase Ken Kaneki's crit Notice something. It says increase Ken Kaneki's crit damage. Does that imply other Kanekis as well? If I had a team of all 3 Kaneki SSRs, would this passive affect those? If so, increases the crit damage for each enemy displaced or stunned. The effect can be stacked up to 3 times. So if he pushes someone or stuns them, he gains 5% crit damage. So his second would give him a stack. His first wouldn't really give him much. His third would give him a stun on support units. That's good. Do the other Kanekis have stuns? I don't remember this Kaneki having any, right? Nope. Nope. And no. Okay. And what of the other wounded one? Nope. Nope. And no. So it appears that only that Kaneki is going to be affected by it. Interesting. Really interesting. He's going to crush everything. And it appears that he has the exact same 5-star passive as Kuzen Owl. Stun enemies within range. What does that affect? Who knows? If it affects his second, that's horrifying. Because that's an instant triple stack on loser's morale if you hit more than one person. If that's the case. We'll see. We'll definitely see. But holy shit. I am down. Oh, there's so much. Oh, there's so much. Oh, there's so much. Okay. I'm probably going to end this quick showcase of the new characters here. As a net whole situation, I think that the best character of this new batch is Ken Kaneki Hafukuja. Easily. The worst is Yoshimura Owl. And I am very disappointed that no SR characters were dropped. I am disappointed that, for the most part, we didn't really get any new I guess the new support Kaneki is cool, and Shinohara's alright. But we have so many DPS heroes. We did not need 4 more. I get it, Tokyo Ghoul has a lot of characters that are very DPS heavy. But I'm just disappointed. There could have been so much more. Either way, I'm not 100% satisfied with the update, and I definitely do want to go over some more. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this video up right now, and I will see you guys in a video that goes up later, detailing the rest of the update and what's to come. I'll see you guys later, and take it easy.